11. Linda is designing a circular piece of stained glass with a diameter of 7 inches. Right there, I'm just going to draw a circle, and I'm going to give it a diameter of 7. Why would they be telling me about a circular with a diameter of 7? I wasn't going to use this thing, so let me just get that out of the way. And then she says she's going to sketch a square inside that circle, inside that circular region. So we need to be able to put a square in here, but I'm a little unclear as to how to do that. So let's get some properties of a square. Oops. We know a square has all sides are congruent. Okay. And another thing about a square is that it has 90-degree angles. Okay. So let's see if we can get a 90-degree angle. I know my diameter cuts out 180-degree arc. So if I were to put a chord and a chord like that, that will give me 90 degrees. Now I'm just going to kind of trace it out. So that gets the 90-degree part. And I just need to draw those chords such that it's not like one is longer than the other and shorter than the other. We want to make them both equal to each other. So I can just, hey, I did it. Look, they're equal to each other. I don't know what they are, but I've drawn it such that they're equal to each other. And I could repeat that on the other side. Okay? I could do that. Get a right angle, equal, equal. And there you go. I've got my square, like a top part and a bottom part. Okay? And I've left the bottom dash because I'm not really going to use it. I want to emphasize this top portion. Because what they're going to ask me is, to the nearest tenth of an inch, they want me to round. What's the largest possible side of the square? So if you look here, the shape we have, and I'll trace it out in green, we have a right isosceles triangle. And I know my hypotenuse is 7. And I don't know my leg. I could call that x. Well, since I know these two legs are equal to each other because they're both sides of a square and sides of a square have to be equal, they're both going to be x. And now I can use the Pythagorean theorem, which says my leg squared, so x squared, plus my other leg squared, x squared again. That has to equal my hypotenuse squared. So I can solve that and find a value for x, and then hopefully that will be one of my answer choices. So there's really one x squared there and another x squared there. So when I combine them with addition, I'll have 2 of those x squareds. And I know that 7 squared is really 49. So if I divide both sides by 2, I'm going to get x squared equals 24.5. Okay? And since I want to get rid of the square, I do the opposite operation, the inverse operation, square rooting. They'll cancel. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. And I can ask my calculator what the square root of 24.5 is. Turn it on. Do the square root of 24.5. It's about 4.94, and they want me to round to the nearest tenth. So 10th digit, I look to the right, it's a 4. I don't round at all, it's just 4.9. So x is about 4.9 according to my calculations. So it's not 1, and hey, number 2, that's our answer.